That quote will follow him around all season, maybe his entire career. We know Baker Mayfield feels dangerous 24/7. But let's talk about one of the guys who keeps him out of danger. That is guard Joel Bitonio. He caught up with the crew last night on Total Access to discuss the Browns' upcoming season and his participation in the Fuel Up to Play 60 initiative. Take a look.
Joel Bitonio, the offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns, joining us right now. Joel, on the outside looking in, the Browns have so much momentum and hype going into this season. From your standpoint, you've been around for years now. How exciting is it as we push into this year?
Yeah, it's a good time. You know, we have made a lot of moves this offseason, and we're kind of trying to work in the right direction. We have a long way to go, but it's been really fun to be a part of it, and we're excited to get this season started.
We just saw a little bit of Baker Mayfield's highlights from what was really a good rookie year for a quarterback, starting as he was pressed into duty and putting up the points that you guys did and making some noise there in the AFC North. What do you see in Baker coming into year two as he's now has to be the unquestioned leader of the offense?
Yeah, he's a confident guy. You know, you saw it from day one. But the way he attacks the playbook, practices, games, it's all the same. He's 100% always. He's all in. He has your back. And it's something that you want to play for. You know, that's the guy that you want to have out on the field with you. And it's really cool to see him grow from year one to year two. And hopefully, you know, he takes a huge step on the field because he's a vital role in what we're trying to do this next year.
I'm going to use a Baker Mayfield term here. How dangerous could this offense be this year?
You know, we're still working, but we have pieces now. You know, we brought in Odell. You know, Baker's going to year two. Chubb and Hunt and Duke. Jarvis is coming back. Higgins. I mean, there's a lot of players. David Njoku. All these guys have potential to be really strong players. Now we have to put in the work in training camp, get ready for the season, and kind of put it all together. But, you know, I know we're moving in the right direction, and I know it's going to be fun. You know, we got to put in the work, like I said, but we're ready to take that next step and really do it for the city of Cleveland.
You guys report to training camp next week. You're using some of the last days of vacation to do some good things in the community. You went to a Play 60 event today. How did that go, and what was it all about?
Yeah, it's awesome. So it was the Fuel Up to Play 60 10-year anniversary this year.
Okay.
And they're doing their summit in Cleveland this year. So we have players from the Browns at 10 different schools today. So we're going out, you know, we're eating lunch with them. We're having a good time, and then we go out and play some flag football.
Nice.
Get some stuff like that. It's honestly really cool. You know, the Browns do a great job of helping out the community, and this is just another way that they can, you know, kind of prove it to them and do the players are doing a few little things, you know, right before the season starts. So it's been a cool event, and it's a fun, you know, just going out there playing with the kids and seeing them smile and have a good time.
And it'll be a lot of fun for us to watch what these Browns can do on the field this season. Well, he protects, of course, the quarterback, Baker Mayfield, so they're both important pieces. Who's the most important piece to this puzzle of success in 2019 for Cleveland?
I'm saying it's Baker. Baker has to manage not only his own expectations and kind of sound bites, but he has to manage OBJ, Jarvis. That's a lot of testosterone and personalities in one room. But I think Baker can handle it. And ultimately, he has to go out there and play football games. You think about all the stuff off the field he has to deal with. He still has to go out there and face defenses that he still is trying to figure out. And so how does he continue to grow as a quarterback and a passer? How does he extend the play? How does he grow even better as a leader? And so to me, this Cleveland Browns team will go as Baker Mayfield goes. If he has a great season, they will have a great season and win a lot of games.
I think it's interesting because Odell Beckham did not have an alpha in Eli Manning. He's got an alpha now in Baker Mayfield. We'll see how that works. For me, it's Steve Wilks, now the defensive coordinator there with the Cleveland Browns, because this offense is going to be what it's going to be. I mean, they're going to put points on the board. This defense is going to determine whether they're a competitive team. And I think Steve Wilks, Arizona situation just never really got off the ground well for him. But don't look at that and say Steve Wilks can't coach. Steve Wilks can coach them all, okay? And he did a tremendous job in Carolina as a position coach and a defensive coordinator. So I think this defense has got a real good shot of being good. They've got the ability up front. My questions are on the back end. I think losing Jabril Peppers is probably going to be a bigger loss than a lot of people thought for this team because he's kind of a utility tool that they could use in a number of different spots.
And different personalities, too. You think about a Greg Williams style, in your face, screaming, yelling, and then a Steve Wilks more calm. Hey, this is what I expect from you.
Yeah.
How do those guys respond to that? Sometimes it's good to switch it up as far as a coach who's like Greg, and then you bring a guy like Steve Wilks and see how those guys respond to him. So I'm excited.
Then you have a rookie head coach named Freddie Kitchens leading the way, and everybody's answering up to him. So a lot of puzzle pieces in what should be a very entertaining and intriguing year for Cleveland. Let's welcome in Will Selva. He's out in the newsroom in Culver City. Training camp is in full swing. What's going on with my AFC West team?
All right, well, let's talk the Chargers, as a matter of fact, team that you have hyped up before on this program here, Kay. Melvin Gordon, of course, making headlines earlier this week when he let it be known he's preparing to hold out from training camp or ask for a trade if he doesn't get a new contract. The running back telling ESPN that his teammates support his decision, saying, quote, "They're all behind me. They all got my back." Gordon went on to say he has received support from backs across the NFL who want him to go out and get what he deserves. Gordon is set to earn $5.6 million on the 5th year of his rookie deal. Now, speaking of running backs, there's questions surrounding the injured knee of Todd Gurley as the Rams get set to open training camp next week. Head coach Sean McVay stopping by the Jimmy Kimmel Show on Thursday and said Gurley is feeling great, adding, quote, "I can't wait to get him back going, and I know he's ready to go, and it's going to be fun for the Rams this year." Broncos running back Phillip Lindsay, as we continue the theme, on the practice field Thursday and was taking first-team reps, according to NFL Network's James Palmer. Lindsay looking fully recovered from a wrist injury that ended his rookie campaign, and Joe Flacco likes the energy Lindsay brings to the field.
He's like one of my kids. Like, I don't know where he gets all the energy, but he has it 24/7. I think in individual, I turned around to hand him off like one of the wide zone plays, and I barely got to him. And, you know, all the other guys, their track's a little bit different, but he's also a little amped up for getting out here, I think, the first time. But overall, it's just his personality. He's a lot of fun to be around because of that.
He's like one of my kids, and you can see the look on Flacco's face with the smile. Happy to have Lindsay in the backfield. Keep in mind that in 2012, when Flacco won the Super Bowl, Phillip Lindsay was 18 years old. So he is behind a veteran under center now in Denver.
I wonder if he's ever seen Top Gun. Probably not.
No, he definitely hadn't.
There's a quarterback situation there in Denver. Thank you so much, Will. Your old squad, Washington, has a really compelling one between Case Keenum and the rookie Dwayne Haskins. But is it this one that we really need to keep our eyes on? Rosen, Fitzpatrick, who starts?